Is someone trying to join? No, they are fine. I don't know whether during presenting I would be able to allow someone or not. That I don't know. Okay, so this particular course is Theory of Abrasive Machining. So let me see whether I can annotate or not, because I have to learn annotating. So let me select a pen. So fine. So this is Theory of Abrasive Machining. This is a MTech a dual degree elective or MTech elective, whatever you would like to call. And this can also be taken as a BTech elective. Some of you possibly might have taken this course as instead of taking a project. I am Soumitra Pal, so you people know me very well. I have already taken a subject for some of you, which was machine tool and machining, possibly in the last semester, and since the last semester we are having problem. So subject number is ME 60215. Most of the electives that you take at the dual degree level, they are 40400 or 310, but this particular elective is 300 elective having 3 credit. In this particular semester, as it has been discussed earlier, that the evaluation would be continuous, so we would not have a mid semester, we would not have class test, we would not have end semester. To best of my knowledge, this is the instruction that we have received, so they would not be there. Instead of that, continuous evaluation would be there, and we would have assignments and we would have quizzes. How we are going to conduct assignments and quizzes, that I have not decided, because the software that has been proposed to be used, I am not very proficient in that. I have never used them in earlier semester. You might have seen me that I always teach using chalk and board. So this is a new experience for me and I am not very comfortable, I must say. Now, what is theory of abrasive machining? Instead of telling me what is a theory of abrasive machining, first I will tell what it is not. It is not abrasive jet machining. This is not abrasive jet machining. Their abrasives are used. This is not ultrasonic machining. There also abrasives are used. This is not abrasive water jet machining. So the machining process where abrasives are used, but which typically belong to non-traditional machining process, that is not theory of abrasive machining. Theory of abrasive machining, where is my pen, is primarily grinding. Yes. So this is the schematic of grinding. This is the grinding wheel which is rotating in this direction. This is the table on which workpiece is mounted. Typically the table will reciprocate. All these things we will discuss at a later date. Today it is simple introduction or interaction. More than introduction, it is simple interaction. Now I am recording this video. Possibly in a week's time or 2 weeks time, we will shift from Google Meet to something called Microsoft Team, and there also videos would be recorded. I do not know whether you have the capability to record video or not, but we have been told to inform students not to record video, but it is up to you. I do not know. I do not want to prevent you, but institute says the student should not record video. We should do it, and that's why we are doing it. At least I am trying to do it. I don't know whether it would be successful or not. So first question, please all of you answer one by one. I do not know how many of you are there. Have you received Microsoft credential? Microsoft Team credential, have you received?
Yes sir.
Yes sir.
Achha, fine. Whoever is having the best audio quality, he can respond. Someone doesn't agree with him on his response, then other one can respond. Achha. For Microsoft credentials, the password are supposed to be provided in ERP profile. So So is there anyone who has not received it? Shiva Shankar, have you received it?
Yes, sir. I
Okay.
have received.
Currently, at this moment, I am using Google Meet. We have been provided with Microsoft Teams. Unfortunately, I am rather lousy in learning softwares at this particular point of time. So I am very afraid of using Microsoft Teams. However, I have to use it, but you have to give me time. Maybe it will take 2 weeks or so. If I fail, I will continue to take classes using Google Meet. I believe that is not going to be a problem. As far as assignments and quizzes are concerned, this can be administered either using Google Meet or using Moodle. Somebody has told that they can be connected together or interface or intertwined. It is completely Hebrew to me. I will try. We would not have quizzes and assignment at least for first 3 weeks. After that, in each week we would have quizzes and assignment, because I have to take 100 marks worth of continuous evaluation. As far as timetable is concerned, it is a 3-hour course. So we have Monday morning 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock on Tuesday. This is 3 hours. And as because we are running a shorter semester, we have been provided with another 1.5 hour, so that at least I can get around 40 to 42 lecture hours in the semester. Semester would be coming to an end possibly sometime around 26 to 22nd November, and in between you would be having 1 weeks of DP holiday. So keeping everything in mind, this is the condition. I know that in your ERP timetables, Saturday classes are not shown. Even in our ERP timetable, these Saturday classes are not shown. However, we have been asked, and we not only asked, we have been provided with papers that we have to take classes on Saturday, and you people would also have to attend. So tomorrow Saturday I will take classes, and today night you will get the Google link for the SEM. Now, yes.
I have a class on Saturday from 9 to 10.
You cannot have a class from 9 to 10. If you have taken this particular thing, then you please talk to your faculty advisor. Who is it?
The class is soft computing.
Then I cannot take. I cannot comment on that. I have a class from 9 to 10:30. If you take theory of abrasive machining, then you have to attend. And if you have a timetable clash, please talk to your faculty advisor, Professor Partho Shah, and try to resolve. I would not be able to resolve. Who is it, by the way?
So who?
What is your name?
Oh, Arpit Patel.
Arpit Patel. Okay, I have noted it down, but I can't do anything. This has to be resolved at the timetable in charge level. If they tell me that I have to shift my class, then I have to agree. See, this is a very strange situation. Whatever head of the department says, I have to agree to that, but I cannot adjust on my own. That leads to tremendous amount of problem. So it has to be done officially. Please talk to Professor Partho Shah and if required, head of the department. Is that fine? Can I proceed? Okay. So now let us come to some extent, some amount of academics. So manufacturing classification, there are different kinds of classification. You have processes, you have systems, you have control and monitoring, and you also have modeling. These are the different aspects of manufacturing which are covered in your course. Okay, so these are covered in your course. This theory of abrasive machining is on process. So this one would be only, so I will discuss only on process today. I will just give small introduction. So on processes, you have primary manufacturing process, you have secondary manufacturing process. All of you have done primary manufacturing process, casting, welding, forming, that you have done in your 5th semester. Then you have done secondary manufacturing process, machine tool and machining. I believe those who are dual degree student, they are also doing modern methods of manufacturing or something similar. Either you are doing it this semester or you have done it in the past. I am not very sure, I cannot recall. So these two are secondary manufacturing process. So what are secondary and what are primary manufacturing process? We will discuss that. What are tertiary manufacturing process? There are a group of processes where surface properties are changed. So roughly this is equivalent to surface engineering kind of thing. So you might have heard that there are coating processes. Some of the coating processes are chemical vapor deposition, physical vapor deposition. Some of the coating processes are thermally sprayed. So these are different processes. Thermally sprayed means atmospheric plasma spraying. Professor Parthopratim Bandyopadhyay research area is that particular area. And nowadays additive manufacturing is coming up. I would not go into additive manufacturing, but they can be using powder based processes. Powder can be blown method powder, or it can be powder bed method. Typically whenever someone talks about additive manufacturing, you think that it is only laser based, but it is not only laser based. There are other methods as well, like electron beam melting. There is a complete different route which is called binder jetting. So those who are interested, they have taken rapid prototyping, and there all these things would be covered. Now in your primary manufacturing processes, there are two more processes which might have been covered, might not have been covered. What are they? One is powder metallurgy, another one is plastic processing. Plastic is one particular material which is coming up in a great way. Nowadays one can also say there is another very important material which is ceramic processing. So these roughly belong to primary manufacturing processes. Now what is the characteristics of secondary manufacturing process? Let us look at that. Secondary manufacturing processes, where is my pen? Let me adjust. This is secondary manufacturing processes. They are primarily material removal processes. So you manufacture something through primary manufacturing, say for example casting, or say for example forging. That does not provide you, does not acceptable size and shape tolerance. So what you do, you take this product and undertake a material removal so that you get desired size and shape. So this is the story. So thus these material removal processes are called secondary manufacturing processes. Now there are two kinds of secondary manufacturing processes that I have mentioned here. One is conventional, another one is non-traditional or non-conventional. This is your modern methods of manufacturing, and this is your machine tool and machining, what you have learned. Now within these conventional material removal processes, there are some divisions. So this is your MTM, a part of it, the machining part that you have learned. This is grinding. Grinding is also a conventional material removal process, and there are processes which are typically for finishing processes. What are they? Say for example, lapping, honing, super finishing. I think those who are keeping their audio on, you can switch it on. If you have a question, you can switch it on and once again ask me. For the time being, please switch it off. Then there are abrasive flow machining. So these type of thing. But what I want to emphasize is that grinding is very much a conventional material removal process. So how is it different than machining? That we will be covering tomorrow. But today I will give you an introduction. So this is a grinding process. As you can see, this is the table. This is the same Kistler dynamometer, a different kind of, which is being used for measuring force. This is the table which is reciprocating. This is your vice. This is your workpiece. This small one, typically grinding wheels are not small, but this is a small grinding wheel, and this is the spark stream which it is generating. This is called a horizontal spindle pulse surface, plunge surface grinding. We are using a particular kind of wheel, CBN wheel, and we are grinding steel. If you go to the next one, as you can see, this is your grinding wheel which is rotating in this direction. This is the spindle rotation, NS. This is the table or the workpiece which is reciprocating in this particular direction, and the spark stream is available. This particular wheel is aluminum oxide wheel, Al2O3 wheel. That is, the material is Al2O3. We call it typically alumina wheel. So this is also a horizontal spindle. Where am I? Yes. Is it also a horizontal spindling surface grinding process? What is traverse? That I will discuss later on, but you can see these two adjectives, they are different. One is plunge, one is traverse. And here we are once again grinding steel, but we are using alumina. Now let us come to what is grinding. If I ask you what is grinding, is it a rough machining process or a finish machining process? All of you will say this is a finish machining process. That is your understanding of grinding. That is the basic purpose of grinding is finishing. However, that is not the basic purpose. It is something like you have gone for eating golgappa, pani puri, fuchka, whatever you call it. If you go to Tech Market, it is fuchka. You eat 20 rupees worth of fuchka or pani puri, and then the guy gives you one free. So this finishing operation is a corollary, is a free something given as a corollary. But the main purpose of grinding is a bit different. What is the main purpose of grinding? By machining, I have mentioned in the previous slide that you improve size and shape tolerance. But this size and shape tolerance is not good enough. So for that, further improvement in tolerance is achieved by grinding. So I am not writing everything, I am just writing the keywords. So it is achieved by grinding. So this is the basic purpose. And there is another purpose. Most of the time we do a tertiary process after machining. That is, most of the time after machining, a tertiary process is done which is called heat treatment. This you have studied in your material science, and once you do heat treatment, the workpiece, they become very hard. These hard workpieces, they cannot be turned, they cannot be milled, so they cannot be further processed by normal machining process. So grinding or abrasive machining once again does that. So grinding can process hardened workpieces. So this is another purpose of this. There is one more thing that we will introduce later on, that is called surface integrity. It also provides desired surface integrity by the process of grinding. And now one particular assignment which will come, today I am just giving you an indication. You have to write down possibly 2 to 3 page of assignment on what are the other finishing processes. So what you have to do, whenever I give this assignment, I will explain it, but this is an open question that I am posing today. What are the other finishing operation? Now, this name of the subject is theory of abrasive machining. When we have done machine tool and machining, there was at least 30 to 35% of the time devoted to the technology of machining and the machine tool. Here, I am not going to devote that much of time because this is not a 310 subject, this is a 300 subject. I will primarily spend time on theory part of it. Technology part, I will take maybe 1.5 week or so to cover the technology part. After that, we will go over to the theory part and we will give emphasis on that. For that, you have to come to a particular stage, these books might have been recommended to you in second year level, Kalpakian or Degarmo. I do not know whether you people have digital copies of this one or not. I don't know, but if you have them, that would be very, very good. This will not be useful for theory of abrasive machining, but this would be useful for the technology part of grinding, which I would cover, but I would not be giving lot of emphasis to it. So this is one thing that I must clarify. Now let us come to the syllabus. Have I shared the syllabus? Shiva Prasad or anyone who has a good audio connection, please tell me. Have I shared the syllabus with you?
No, sir.
No. Okay. After today's class by 10 o'clock, when I share the link, I will once again share the syllabus. So this is module 1. Here you have some amount of technology. This is module 2. Here it is not exactly technology. However, this part is descriptive. Here you would have a lot of analysis. If you go to the next modules, we have lot of modules. This particular module is lot of analysis. This is completely descriptive. I would not be covering to that extent in the class. This is once again analysis. Whenever I write analysis, you need to know the alphabets, then only you can analyze sentence. So alphabets should be taught and then only we will analyze. Temperature in grinding. This is the major problem in grinding. Unlike machining, the workpiece temperature in grinding is very, very high. Why is it high? All those things would be clearly told. How to control, how to measure, how to estimate or predict, all those things would be covered here. This is one particular thing that you may not have come across this word earlier. This is called surface integrity. One of the major component of surface integrity is residual stress. So we will discuss why residual stress gets induced, what kind of residual stress is good for us, what kind of residual stress is bad for us, all those things. This is analysis, this is also analysis. This grinding wheel wear is very similar to tool life and tool wear of MTM, where in our case, in this particular subject, grinding wheel is our tool, so wear of that. So these are the chapters or modules that we will cover. This is an extra module. This you have to study on your own. What I would cover in the class if I get time is this monolayer super abrasive, ductile regime grinding, diamond turning. These are the three things I will cover. And high efficiency deep grinding and high speed grinding. High efficiency deep grinding I will cover. What happened? Simultaneously with this temperature, and high speed grinding I will cover the advantages while I am covering grinding geometry and kinematics. So I will touch upon this. So this is the scenario. From tomorrow the regular classes will start. Whoever is having problem because of clash, please do not approach me. I would not be able to solve your problem. Please approach Professor Partho Saha or whoever is the timetable in charge. I would not be able to help you in any way. This is the book that I would be asking you to use as a reference book. Once again, this is not a textbook. Why this is not a textbook? This is a very good book. I could have used it as a textbook, but this book is not available in Indian currency. This book is primarily available in American currency, and this book is digital copies are also not so readily available. So I do not know whether you can download it or not. From this book, I will ask you to study certain things, not all of them. One particular chapter that will ask you to study is this one. So if you can get a digital copy, any one of you can get and share amongst yourself, that would be useful. Wheel conditioning, I will mainly be using this book. That means you have to study on your own. And this grinding wheel, this particular module also or sub module also, you have to study on your own. Now today what we have done or what we have touched upon, classification of manufacturing process, what is primary manufacturing process, what is secondary, what are other manufacturing process like tertiary and additive, these what are material removal process, what are the conventional material removal process. This I did not mention, but you all know, say for example, turning is a conventional material process. Milling is a conventional material process. Drilling is a conventional material process. This thing you have done in first year, second year workshop. Gear cutting also you have done. So that is a conventional machining removable process. Non-conventional, something you have done. At least EDM you have done in first year, second year. I do not know. No, you might not have been shown where EDM, but where EDM has come to the workshop and new students are being shown. So these things I have covered. Machining processes you know from MTM, so that I am not going to cover. I have introduced grinding and its purpose and said finishing operation or finishing processes. What are the finishing operations that I have done? What I have not done? Material removal rate estimation I have not done. This you have to learn for machining as well. This I will not take in the class, but I will rather upload videos. Only material removal estimation for different kinds of grinding processes that I will cover. So this much I have covered. Rest of it I have not covered. I will start covering from tomorrow. So if you have any question, please ask me. Achha, before that, let me. I am not very good at it. Please allow some time, please. How do I get laser pointer? Okay, discard this one, then go back to this one. Yes, so I have Arpit, Ankit, Ashok and Shiva Shankar. So if any one of you, please all of you unmute yourself. If any one of you, if you have any question, any administrative question also, I would try to answer that, but nothing on timetable.
No question, sir.
Okay, fine, thank you. So tomorrow we will meet at 8. I will do two things. Tomorrow night, maybe 11 or 11:30 or whenever I get time, I'll set up the Google Meet. And second thing is that I will also share the syllabus of the whole course that I have shown. Achha, there is one more problem. I am recording, but unfortunately the size of the videos are becoming very, very large. This is roughly 40 minutes. I expect this video to be around 7.7 gigabyte or so. I do not know how to reduce the file size. So maybe after 1 week or so, if there is anyone who is tech savvy, he has to teach me how to reduce the file size, and then I will upload them to YouTube so that you have an access. If you want to access the videos later on, you would be able to do that. Okay, thank you so much. So if you do not have any questions, I am closing the meeting. So I will request all of you to come out of the meeting one by one, and then I can close it formally.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.